Prepare yourself for Dork Day Afternoon, a brand new actual play podcast.
New performers! Oh, that's fun.
The brainchild of two brothers, spawned from their desire to crush the fictional hopes and dreams of their friends and loved ones.
You remember what I said about being a monster of a GM?
Someone has to be a monster, and the GM's the one who probably should be.
2 shows every week. On Mondays, coming to you from the end of the world, 2 past midnight, a Twilight 2000 4th edition campaign.
As if being in prison wasn't stress enough.
War is hell, gentlemen.
And on Thursdays, the circus comes to town with Encore of the Lost, a playthrough of the Extinction Curse AP, written for Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
Valiant, no!
What is it, Pumpkin? I'm looking at pumpkins.
Roll for initiative.
Natural 20 for a total of 24.
25.
You.
Dork Day Afternoon. Listen, your life might just depend on it.
Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Kyle and Drew with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 745. Our comics originally releasing June the 28th and June the 29th. Goodbye, June. We are almost out of here. But before Drew and I get into what's coming up in your local comic shops this coming Tuesday and Wednesday, Drew, what all do we got in the wonderful world of geekiness and comics, including the end of Obi-Wan?
Yes, what a cool end that was, at least for me. I've heard people say other things, but I enjoyed it a lot. So it was a wonderful 6 episodes. I hope, because we've got that time between now and when New Hope happens, I hope we get a couple more seasons out. I think it'll be fun. It
was super good. I love the characters. I love the prequels feel and kind of gives some extra love to those. Fills in some wonderful gaps and some neat things. I simply wanted more big moments. I just didn't get the big moments in it that I wanted.
You wanted Aphra and the murder droids.
I wanted something. I wanted to see something that I wasn't expecting, and every single thing we got, I expected. So, I mean, it just kind of was matter of fact. I wanted the big moment. Like I got the big moment with all the Mandalorian. I got the big moment with all that stuff. I did not get a big moment here, and I just thought, well, that sucks. But all in all, really, really liked it. Thought it was super well done.
We did get Inquisitors. We hadn't had them before.
Again, if you're in other worlds of things, you've seen tons of the Inquisitors and their old hand.
Right, but so you were talking about the Ahsoka reveal was cool in Mandalorian, but you had already seen her for seasons and seasons in a little cartoon show that you like to watch.
Yes, indeed. But seeing her live action was very cool.
So see,
again, not as much for the Inquisitors though.
I think you're being too harsh.
Ahsoka is a main character. That is Anakin's Padawan. It's a giant thing. Inquisitors are tertiary bad guys at best.
Darth's right hand right there. They're right
really?
there.
What happens to them in the end? What happens? And also, you do realize Darth Vader hates them with a passion. He hates the Inquisitors.
It's hard to read him.
That's true. Very true.
He's tough to pin down. I'm not sure. Hey, we may or may not be recording next week with the 4th of July holiday and everything. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to give everyone a heads up. You've been hearing the ads leading up to this, but on July 4th, Kyle is spinning off 2 new podcasts.
Yes, I've been moonlighting.
I didn't get my invitation, so I guess I know what that means. So he's not leaving the show, but he's gonna be. Well, he kind of is. He's also got a vacation planned, but he's got 2 new RPG podcasts coming on July 4th. They both drop, or just one? The first one drops.
The first one drops. We get them coming out on, I think, Monday and Thursday, as 2 weekly drops of the 2 different shows I'm currently on.
You can go to dorkdayafternoon.com to check it out. You've heard the little teaser trailer. They also have they're on Twitter at Dorkday Podcast. If you want to check it out. Explain the 2 role playing games that you're doing.
So I'm playing a Pathfinder game that's based on Encore of the Lost. That's based on Extinction Curse, which is a subset of that, where essentially you play a typical D&D character troupe, but you are based out of a traveling circus. So what we're doing is based on a traveling circus. Of course, the moment I thought traveling circus, I immediately went, ooh, Nightwing, which is copyright, so I can't do that. So I created a roguish character named Dick Silverkid because I could not go with Gray Sun. So I have a roguish character I built off of that. And I play that character through your typical D&D encounters and stuff and try to build his characterization off of that. He's a little bland, and then we mix in a second character because we needed a healer. So that we have a multiple personality healer that occasionally I've voiced as well. And then the other one is 2 Past Midnight, which is another tabletop game based on Twilight 2000, which is a world in which there is World War III hitting in approximately 1997, and we play displaced military individuals stuck in Poland in the year 2000, in the spring of 2000, in this post-apocalyptic, post-World War III. And I play a not so nice, fun character named Cole in that one, and not having a whole lot of military background, but trying to fake it in this tabletop adventure where things are radioactive and bullets are flying and all this. It's been quite a bit of fun to just get in with some friends and roll some dice and just kind of enjoy where things go, get some of the creativity, try to pull out some of my acting and things. So it's been very, very fun. And they do a wonderful job of editing it down into very easy to listen to episodes. It is not safe for everybody. There is a lot of cursing in this as we play some obnoxious characters as well. So since you're used to Drew and myself being so clean cut, this one's a little more on the PG-13 R rating on it as well. But it's something I've been very much enjoying and can't wait for people to start getting on a weekly basis starting July 4th.
How many people are involved in this?
About half a dozen of them. So we've got in the Extinction Curse, we've got, of course, the Dungeon Master, and then there's 3 of us that run around, and then we're trying to work in a 4th as well. And then with Twilight 2000, there's the Game Master and 4 of us, 4 individuals. So 4 in one, 5 in the other, but hopefully 5 in one, 5 in the other. But when it's all meshes in together.
So what's it like to do you even notice it, or since you're playing the game, do you even notice that it's not really a podcast, so you're just kind of playing and talking and just playing the game like you normally would?
No, but I've been trying to make myself do a little bit more RP, a little bit more role play in this, try to cook up some of the more talky aspects of things.
Gotcha.
And the more characterization. We've recorded a couple flashback scenes and stuff, just trying to flesh out characters with, just sitting down and playing with friends. You don't do as much, but just knowing that this is going to be a little bit more theatrical, just kind of ham up some of the role-playing aspects of your character. And, even like in Twilight 2000, I chose to be just like a not good person, like a hardcore guy, not your friendly neighborhood guy like I would be in typical games. I chose to go with something a little bit more hard edge, which I very much enjoyed, but just as a choice, I kind of made it. I was like, this could be very fun to do.
It's not you because you're a lovely person.
Correct. Sweet and wonderful and super easy to get along with.
Right. So except with your brother.
So if you guys get a chance to check it out, I'd really appreciate it.
Cool. First one drops on Monday, July 4th, and then the other one drops on that Thursday. And then what's the cadence after that?
Every Monday and Thursday.
Every week. Fantastic.
So, because of my long vacation, we've canned 9 to 10 episodes already of each series. So hopefully we can keep it moving.
That'll be great. Looking forward to that. And so Kyle is not leaving the show. It may seem like it, but he's not. He's just spreading his wings and doing some other fun stuff. So
still putting as much effort into this podcast as I always have. Take that for what it will.
Yes, take that for what that could mean. Well, I am super excited because we got the DC catalog, and it's July's catalog for September, and right on the cover is something that got me excited. It's a a five issue series called Batman and Robin by Mark Waid, and I can't wait to get to it.
Versus Robin.
Oh, I didn't even see that part.
You didn't see the big verses in the middle?
No, that means
these two are not getting along.
In my head, I just saw Batman and Robin.
Also, the giant tagline at the top is an epic battle of icons. So,
well, I'm less interested.
All right,
no.
From the get-go.
I'll still read it. I mean, maybe I need to learn how to read.
But before we get into Batman versus Robin, the first thing, of course, in DC's Connect is the old Chip Zdarsky Batman. We see issue 127 here. But DC is continuing with their 1 in 25 variant, their 1 in 50 variant, and this month will feature the 30th anniversary of Harley Quinn. So we'll get a lot of 30th anniversary Harley Quinn covers here. This one is no exception. We also get a super dope Delato wraparound variant for this 127. So it is awesome. It's got quite the injured Batman, but in a way that only Delato could do. So good.
That is pretty amazing. That is a nice looking.
Yeah, we've got methed out Batman with Jorge Jimenez on the A cover, and then all kinds of options there.
Looks pretty good too.
Yeah. Down to that, we now get into our Batman versus Robin #1. Mark Waid, Muhammad Asrar doing the art on that one. We have, of course, a 1 in 25 variant, 1 in 50 variant, 1 in 100 foil variant, the team trailer variant, and 1, 2, 3, at least 4 other variants.
Okay. It's spinning out of the events of Batman Superman World's Finest, which I haven't read this week's issue yet, and Shadow War, which I finished.
Yeah.
Father and son will do battle in one of the single most earth-shattering tales ever told. Lazarus Island. Okay, we're gonna do Ogul stuff. All right.
$6 a piece.
Ouch.
5 issues. So it's gonna set you back $30 to play this game. We got a dope Zatanna cover on a Batman and Robin book. That's odd. Interesting.
And I don't know if I've read Mark Waid doing Batman. So I'm curious how he handles well, I mean, I guess World's Finest counts, right?
Yeah. Get a lot of shenanigans. We get some, it looks like, interior art here. A lot of shenanigans in the Batcave with both the dinosaur and the giant penny. So fun things there.
Yeah, I'm zoomed in a little bit, and I'm still having trouble deciding what's going on there. Those are covers, I think.
It says art in progress underneath them, so I'm unaware, but I'm taking it as internals.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right, and then the next one, The Duel of Duality, Batman, One Bad Day, Two-Face, #1. Drew and I are usually pretty big fans of villain books in some regards. They're very hit or miss with us, but we've seen some awesome things, especially when they go super dark. Like my favorite iteration of any of the Harley Quinns is when she went super dark and murdered a bunch of children.
You still talk about that?
I love that. That was so good. It was the best.
That was awful. That was an awful decision. I remember when that happened. I was like, no way. She just blew up their little Game Boys.
Next to the Injustice Harley Quinn, when she's being very supportive of Mockingbird, my second favorite iteration of anything she's done is when she murdered a bunch of children in that foil or that lenticular book.
What about the lesbian version of her and Poison Ivy? That's always happened.
I mean, that holds a special place in my heart, but not for the writing.
They trot that on all the time now too. So you never know what you're gonna get.
But we get a Jim Lee cover, we get an Art Germ cover. We got again the
Brian
125, 150, 1 in 100. Brian Boland getting the 1 in 100 cover.
That's
and
nice.
I think it's ugly as I'll get out, but that's all I'm going to say about that.
It's not ugly.
That bottom one there with him just holding up the coin like a whack job is not ugly. That is a garbage cover.
Oh no! It's not garbage.
You're telling me that's a $120 cover?
No, I'm not sure that the perspective is right, but it's Brian Boland, so I like his style, but yeah, you're right. It's not the best. It's not the best, but it's not garbage. Definitely not garbage.
Correct. But I'd have flipped the ratios, but that's just me. But we get Harvey Dent scarred by acid and all his glory here. So cannot wait to see what that's. Again, $8, but this is a one-shot prestige format, not Black Label.
Yeah, of course. That would make
very good internals there on that one. Here we get into the Harley 30th anniversary of it all. Of course, Amanda Conner, Jimmy Palmiotti, Paul Dini, Stephanie Phillips, Stefan Sejic, Sam Humphreys, Kimi Garcia, Rob Williams, Mindy Lee, Terry Dodson, Sesto Castellini, Raphael Scavone, all writing on this.
That's crazy. And it's a $10.
$10, 96 pages.
So we are on page 6. We've seen 3 comics. We've had a $6, an $8, and $10.
So if you want the first 3 comic books, it's going to set you back almost $30.
Where they're showing plenty of these covers too, and they are
variant covers by J. Scott Campbell, Adam Hughes, Art Germ, Lee Bermejo, Jerome Opeña, Bruce Timm, Terry Dodson, Sejic, as well as Connor and Art Germ. Oh yeah, they're on the next page. It's dope.
Yeah, they're really nice. I'm looking at them right now.
Yeah.
Plus some of the in progress art, which I'm looking at the art in progress, right, with the 2 pages side by side.
Uh-huh.
Definitely not done by the same person. So different artists too, right?
Yeah, there was a list. I did not read off all the artists, but we've got art by Chad Harden, Gilliam March, Riley Rossmo, Sejic, Erica Henderson, Jason Badower, Miko Sazayan.
I think that's Sejic on the left.
Yeah. Terry Dodson, Rachel Dodson, Dan Hipp, and Raphael Albuquerque.
Yeah, it looks pretty nice, but will it be a disjointed story with all those writers and artists? So like an anthology, I don't know.
It's celebrating the 30th. It doesn't sound like they have a theme, so I'm assuming everything is rehashed and nothing is nothing.
Yeah, so it's just a bunch of little one-shotty jammed in there. So yeah, if you want to save $10, unless you're a super fan,
go into your LCS, pick it up, flip through.
Yeah, but it's beautiful art. What we're looking at, if you're an art person.
And here we go. People have been asking for it. Tim Drake, Robin #1. Tim Drake stars in an all-new ongoing series here.
Our first $4 comic.
Megan Fitzmartin is writing and Riley Rossmo doing the art on this. So we have a regular cover. We have a 1 year later era variant. We have a Harley 30th anniversary variant. We have the 1 in 25, 1 in 50, and 1 in 100 variant as well. So Tim Drake, not really a Robin, but being given another Robin book.
I think that not being a Robin went away when Didio went away.
Okay.
That was a new 52 contrivance that said everything happened in a 5-year period. The entire history of DC was jammed into a 5-year period.
Mm-hmm.
And it said that while Tim Drake was a Tyson,
Red Robin.
He was Red Robin. He was never
a Robin.
Batman's Robin. And that never caught on anyway. So
correct.
No one really paid attention to that except for me to say that's dumb. But it says step aside, Damian, the world's favorite Robin, has got this. So
that's the dumbest sentence in the history of DC.
Is Tim Drake the world's favorite Robin?
He is the Diet Coke of Robins.
I mean, if you're ranking them,
Dick, Damian, Red Hood,
now
the Yellow Duke. I'll put Duke above Tim
You're
Drake.
not putting Duke above.
No.
There's 4.
The new chick above Tim Drake. Stephanie.
No.
And then I will put, a ham sandwich and then Tim Drake.
No, that's terrible. That is terrible. Now,
if you're looking at the Robins as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles archetypes, he would be the Donatello. However, he sucks.
Now, I think he it might maybe they're saying because he had such a long running series. Maybe that's why they're saying he's had a longer running series than. Well, no, Nightwing had a long running series too. Mm-hmm. So that's just dumb.
Yes,
it's just dumb.
Yes.
Don't say that.
Yes.
I don't think that's true.
But there are a lot of dumb 90s kids that were born in the era of Tim Drake they consider that their Robin, and they're wrong.
It can be their Robin. That can be their Robin. I just don't know if it's the world's favorite Robin. That seems like a stretch.
Yes. Dark Crisis number 4, continuing its 7-issue run on that one. Some interesting covers there.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, another Dark Crisis spinoff. Dark Crisis Worlds Without a Justice League. Wonder Woman number 1. Leila Del Duca with a very interesting take on Wonder Woman for the covers.
Yeah. What's going on there?
The Justice League is dead. Long live the Justice League. So we shall see. Interesting. Teeny Howard writing that.
Is that Megan Fitzmartin again doing this Dark Crisis Young Justice number 4?
Mm-hmm.
Who is she and where'd she come from?
Yeah.
Have you heard of her before this
No.
issue?
Uh-uh.
Okay. She's had to have written something. I just don't know what I must not have read whatever she wrote. Flash still tying in to Dark Crisis as well.
She wrote a lot of the Batman Urban Legends stuff.
Who did?
Megan Fitzmartin.
Oh, does it say which story was hers?
Urban Legends 10, Urban Legends 6, Urban Legends 4, 5, 6, 10, Future State Robins, Eternals 1 and 2. Ugh.
Yeah. Okay, so she's pretty darn new.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got about a half a dozen of these creds, and she wrote some of the stuff in Detective 1038 that was just coming out too. So not a ton, but in her DC repertoire, but something.
After that, we're going to go back to Deceased, and we're going to do a War of the Undead Gods with the undead dark side beginning his assault on the galaxy. Could the fate of the planet depend on the Yellow Lantern Corps teaming up with a Green Lantern? Also, what horrors do Big Barda and Mr. Miracle find on New Genesis? I don't remember who's left alive after all these deceased. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go wiki this and find out what get a refresher.
Yeah.
But bring me some more Deceased World. That's cool.
I like that KL Nguyen or NGU new. I like that cover. It's very.
Which one was that one?
The Superman symbol with blood splatter behind it.
Oh, that is nice. Yeah,
it's a very good one.
So the in-process art's not bad.
Superman War World Apocalypse number 1, the epic conclusion of the World War saga. This is Philip Kennedy Johnson, and this looks really dumb.
Yeah. So there's what is going on? There's a world. Is that in his book that I'm not reading?
War World. Yeah.
Okay. I missed this. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Oh, the countdown to Action Comics 1050 begins here in Action Comics 1047, because when we get to 1050, what does that mean?
I don't know. We didn't really care about 1000 that much, so I'm not sure that we're.
Oh yeah, we did. Didn't we? Didn't we do like 1,000 covers? And that was like the first one to do all the covers across the times, decades, wasn't it?
Yeah, sure.
Was that didn't Action hit 1,000 before Detective?
Correct.
But I don't know what we're going to do to celebrate on. I guess 1050 is just a round number. Here we go again. We get another version of Hush, and it's free on Batman Day.
Yeah, Batman Day.
The first chapter of Hush.
Yeah, Batman 608. Flashpoint Beyond number 5 of its 6-issue series. Sergeant Rock versus the Army of Dead number 1. Written by Bruce Campbell, Drew.
Yeah, I was excited for a second. I was like, oh, Sergeant Rock. And then I'm like, oh, wait, Bruce Campbell's writing it. Oh, it's going to be a combo with Army of the Dead with zombies. That's not my Sergeant Rock. I'll read it. I mean, who am I kidding? But I'm not happy about it.
And there is a duffel bag gore variant by Frank Quietly that is polybagged, and we can't even see all the gore.
And a Pia Guerra? Ooh, Pia Guerra doing a cover?
I love the Francavelli cover that looks like the war effort poster.
Oh, yeah, that is very nice. Berlin,
special place in my heart for Sergeant Rock.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Berlin, 1944. The Nazis are besieged on all fronts by the Allied forces. Defeat is inevitable, but Hitler and his team of evil scientists attempt a last-ditch effort that may turn the tide of the war and rewrite history itself. A serum that resurrects their dead soldiers, stronger than they were in life, and sends them back on the battlefield.
So
Nazi
if there's
zombies.
one thing I dislike more than zombies, it's Nazis. And here we have Nazi zombies, Drew.
Yeah. I mean, you got to hate them.
That's right.
Art's kind of cool. The Rizzo art's kind of cool.
Very cool. Very colorific.
Yeah, right. So I'll give
You're
Bruce
back?
Campbell I'll give Bruce Campbell a chance. I did not care for his cameo and his little scene in Doctor Strange. I was kind of disappointed there. So I don't know. I'm hoping he redeems himself.
Tom King and Greg Smallwood's Eisner-nominated series returns with Human Target Book 7 of 12.
Whoa! I wondered where this thing has been. It's been a while.
Yeah, and ironically enough, this is Black Label.
Number 7, Black Label.
With a dope art germ cover. That is a really good art germ cover.
Like all other.
Yep. Dark Knights of Steel, Tales from the Three Kingdoms, number 1. Our boy Tom Taylor still writing this, and it looks like we have a kind of a way back. We got the kid versions of our favorite people.
Who's doing that? Is that the A cover?
I believe not.
Neil Googe?
Final trade dress cover.
Oh, okay. So we're spinning off the Dark Knights of Steel into a new. Okay.
Or maybe we're just telling a prequel story, or I don't know.
Okay. All right. Whatever. I'm down. It's been fun.
Okay, Drew, are you involved in the HBO Max series, Batman the Audio Adventures?
No, I'm not.
So this is based on the award-winning podcast, Batman the Audio Adventures.
Right.
And now that spins off a 7-issue comic book miniseries.
Kind of thought it already had, so
Whoops.
I'm not sure what this is. I actually thought there was already the podcast comic was already out, but I didn't read it, so I may be wrong.
Not your whole family's Batwang. We now have Batman Night Watch number 1, the all-agey Batman Dark Knight Adventures.
Can Drew resist a Batman title? Will this be the one?
$3. We are holding the line at $2.99 for
$2.99.
a all-age book.
Trying to get the kiddies to read comics. I like it. I like the effort.
Classic Batman suit. Classic Batgirl suit. Classic Robin.
World's favorite Robin, Damian.
Yeah. The road to the Black Adam movie continues with Black Adam, the Justice Society Files, Atom Smasher number 1.
Did you hear The Rock say that they don't have any CGI in their movie? Did you hear that soundbite?
I missed that.
I heard like.
So he's actually made of lightning?
Like, that's not. Maybe it was like referring to like maybe his muscles or something. No,
so he was actually flying in between those two F-15s.
But I thought he said something like that. I was like, that has to be out of context. That can't be.
Speaking of out of context, the Atom Smasher is a $6 book.
Okay. Black Adam, the Justice Society Files, Atom Smasher.
I'm with you.
I don't like Justice Society stuff.
How about Titans United Blood Pact, number 1, by Kevin Scott and Lucas Meyer.
Kevin Scott's getting a lot of work.
Yeah, the Titans are back, united against a common foe, aren't they? All seems lost when Tim Drake wakes out of uniform and seemingly out of time. Surely he was just fighting alongside Nightwing, Superboy, Starfire, Beast Boy, Donna Troy. But where is Raven, and what links her to the Fearsome Five? A blood sacrifice is coming that will change the world forever.
Okay. So you're a Nightwing guy.
Yes.
You're a Titans guy.
Ish.
Ish.
I'm an old Titans guy, but yes.
Are you going to give us one a shot?
6
Got
issues.
Starfire.
$4 a piece. Classic Starfire. Classic Nightwing. Yeah, I'll give her a shot. I like the 1 in 25 cover.
We go all AG Shazam Thundercrack. That was your nickname in high school, right?
Yep. Heyo. $10 trade paperback.
Yeah, really all AG. And we're getting Lonely Cities being collected. I was like, I thought for sure this finished. I could have swore I read the last issue of this.
$30. 200
really good.
pages. Yeah,
really good. You won't pay that if you get it if you pre-order it. So it's definitely worth the read.
Hardcover collection of Shadow War for Batman, and the poster portfolio of the George Perez collection. $25, 42 pages, 12 by 16, with all the George Perez poster goodness.
Aw. He's probably done quite a few.
Mm-hmm. Harley Quinn 22. All right. The 30th anniversary homage for Harley Quinn is the Dark Knight Returns homage cover. That is awesome.
Yeah. That's almost been done as much as the
Spider-Man
300. Yeah.
I still like it.
I know you do. Okay, so here's the answer to the question. Detective Comics 1064, and we're on the road to Action 1050, so therefore Detective did reach 1,000 first.
Oh, yeah, I did. We're dumb.
Yeah. Rom V doing the writing on Detective. Have I been reading it since Mariko left? I think I did. I think I read his first one. Ooh, speaking of Action.
Yeah.
There's a facsimile of the first issue. Would be cool.
How much would you pay for a facsimile of Action?
I guess I'll pay $7.
$7.
Oof.
And now we get into postage stamps.
They're not that small on my screen. Batgirl 10, Batman Beyond Neo Year 6. Anybody been reading this Batgirls? Because I dropped off early. Have I been missing anything? Hit me up. Let me know. Let me know if I've been missing anything on that. Feeling bad. We got Batman Beyond the White Knight, number 5. Batman Fortress, number 5. Oh, that was the Gary Widow. I like that too. Mm-hmm. Batman the Knight, just Zdarsky that I like a lot. Urban Legends I've been enjoying portions of.
Very cool Black Adam cover.
Oh, yeah. Who's doing that art?
Irvin Rodriguez.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
World's Finest hits issue 7 with Dan Mora crushing it. Blood Syndicate not reading. Catwoman I stopped reading. We're still doing All Out War with DC versus Vampires. And we're on issue 9 of DC versus Vampires, which is spinning off one-shots, new miniseries. My God, we're milking this sucker.
Fables 155, a.k.a. 5 of 12.
5 of 12. Did we know that?
Nope, not until we got this far. 3 pretty darn good, or 4 pretty darn good Nightwing covers. The Brady Bunch cover is probably my favorite.
That's great.
Very much like it. Tom Taylor, keep doing your thing.
That's really great.
Mm-hmm.
That's like frameable, right?
Yeah. I would rather not have the dog in it, but other than that, I like it.
Yeah, the dog is a prominent position too.
Yeah. Your girl Joelle Jones doing a variant cover for Nubia, Queen of the Amazons, number 4.
Yeah, looks like all her other covers. She has a style for sure. She's very Frizen-like. Speaking of Frizen, look at that Poison Ivy variant she's doing.
Yeah, with her and Sozo Miyake.
Yeah. It's a lot to like there.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay, I was like, is that them together? Frizen? No, it's each of them are getting one. One gets a regular cardstock and the other gets the 1 in 25. I don't remember Superman Space Age number 2 or number 1 even from last month, so I missed. That was Mark Russell.
You don't remember me complaining about the all red art and you telling me to shut up?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, now it's coming back to me. Jurassic League. I dropped that one. Let me know if I'm missing anything on that one. Nice house
on the lake sucks you in with a nice bikini-clad girl, and then you notice she's jumping into a pool of earthworms, and it's over.
Not as sexy.
No,
not as sexy.
Had it and I lost it.
Task Force Z hits number 12. Is that it? This is the final issue of Task Force Z. Mother Shazam that I'm not reading. Oh, Kyle, I'm so disappointed in myself. 90s Drew would be so disappointed in me as well because my Sandman Universe comics are stacked up. I haven't read the first one yet. I've got like 3, 4 stacked in a row.
That's James Tynion. What are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm behind. That's what I'm doing. But I'm very disappointed in myself. I need to press through those sometime. I need to carve out some time, get caught up.
Make it happen.
Young Justice. You never watched Young Justice, the animated series, right?
Not my thing.
Yeah.
Let me get some more collected editions, including a Grayson, the Super Spy Omnibus, collecting Grayson 1 through 20, Grayson Futures End 1, Secret Origins 8, Grayson Annuals 1 through 3, Robin War 1 and 2, and Nightwing Rebirth 1. Interesting.
Was Grayson more than 20 issues?
I don't believe it was.
So it was 20 issues.
And as a big Nightwing guy, holy crap, it's $100.
Well, not really. If you want it now. If you really want it, you want to pay that.
Honestly, if I had it, I wouldn't reread it because none of them were that good.
Oh, you didn't like Grayson, huh? I enjoyed it.
He's a spy. Spiral. Where's his mind? Is he right? Is he not? It was okay.
Well, I read every issue, enjoyed it.
I did too. I don't know that I would reread every issue.
That's true.
Especially since Tim Drake is my favorite Robin.
Everybody's the world's favorite Robin. And that, I believe, is it.
Yeah.
Don't forget, Super Pets comes out July 29th. The League of Super Pets.
I've already forgotten.
Don't forget, I said. Do not forget.
Hey, it's the good folks at Comics for Fun and Profit reminding you that nobody Patreons like we Patreon. So join us at C4FAP and go over to Patreon/ComicsFunProfit and sign up at a level of your choosing. There's various tiers with various goodies for you. Something that everyone gets at any level is you get to be a part of our Slack channel community, and you get early and ad-free access to all our episodes. But wait, there's more. So go over to Patreon/ComicsFunProfit and check out all we have to offer. We urge you, sign up today.
All right, Kyle, it's time for Cover Price's Top 20.
Yeah, we like to look at some of the things going on the secondary market. We head on over and look at Cover Price with the top 20 books that are moving on the secondary market that people are hot for. I'm going to go over the top 10. I'm going to start with rank 10 with 1964's Avengers number 9. Big Marvel news dropped this week in the shape of a Wonder Man series rumored to be under development at Disney+. Of course, with that news, the first appearance and origin of Wonder Man have shot up into the top 10 list. This series is set to be produced by Shang-Chi's Destin Daniel Cretton and written by Andrew Guest. While additional information is limited, the news hasn't stopped people from jumping onto the Wonder Man spec. We tracked 25 sold and a high sale of $1,900 for CGC 8.0. At rank 9, we have the Incredible Hulk 449 from 1997. Deadline recently announced the Thunderbolts. This one's been on here for a few weeks now. $750 for CGC 9.8, 42 copies moving on the secondary market. The Boys, number 7 at rank 8. Stormfront had a deadly debut on The Boys Season 2. The debut of the Legend was a little less catastrophic. The Legend debuted in the latest episode of The Boys Season 3, initially created as a parody of Stan Lee. Paul Reiser brought the character to life when the boys contacted him on the hunt for a new soup in this series. It is unclear whether the Legend will return in the series. However, his recent debut has brought his book back to life, tracking 27 copies in CGC 9.8 going for $150. Kyle's pick of the week, Grimm, number 1, the third print. Grimm has returned to the top 10, this time in the form of the third print. With the first and second print selling out, it was only a matter of time before the third print hit the same level of popularity. Although print runs for this books are currently unavailable, the market is seeing the same trends as was seen for the second print. Within a week of its release, the third print has already seen a high sale of $37 raw, tracking 44 on the secondary market.
I got excited about this one too. I read it. It was really good.
Hey, can't beat that.
Check that out.
At rank 6, we have Spawn 38 from 1995. After years of rumors and hints, McFarlane Films has announced they will be developing an adult animated series with Whip titled Raw 10. This series is set to focus on cyber-enhanced animal characters like Frenzy, Battlesnake, and Cygor. Cygor's first debuted in Spawn 38. However, Raw 10 is stated to be separate from the Spawn universe. Nevertheless, this book has still seen a massive spike in popularity, tracking 70 comics sold, $278 for CGC 9.8. At rank 5, we have the Spectacular Spider-Man number 97 from 1984. The Spot was once known as a throwaway joke villain. and he had associated himself with criminals like the Gibbon, Grizzly, and Kangaroo. He then became a villain for hire, hired out by the villains like Tombstone, Mr. Negative, and the mob boss, Sal Donaretti. However, it seems his days of obscurity are over, and the Spot has been highlighted as one of the main antagonists in the new Across the Spider-Verse. Due to the recent released Image, all the Spot books have increased in popularity and value. This particular book is the first appearance of Jonathan Owen, who later debuts as the Spot in Spectacular Spider-Man 98. We tracked 55 copies and a high sale of $180 for CGC 9.8. The Spot, Drew. Did you see that one coming?
No, I did not see that coming. No.
Yeah. At number 4, we have Wonder Man, number 1 from 1986. Amongst all the Wonder Man spec, another Wonder Man first issue. This one from 1986 makes it in the top 10. The first Wonder Man solo one-shot sold 49 copies, $34 for a raw copy. And now we have more spec on the Spot. At rank 3, the Spectacular Spider-Man 99 from 1985. The Spot returns. This book is the villain's second appearance and first cover appearance, and probably the most iconic cover in a short list of his cover appearances. 51 sold on the secondary market, $269 for a CGC 9.8. And rounding out the Spectacular Spider-Man 97 and 99, we have Spectacular Spider-Man 98. While 97 is the first appearance of Jonathan Owen, this book, which is 98, marks the first appearance of the Spot. CGC 9.8, $775. And at rank number 1, Wonder Man number 1 from 1991. Another rumor has been floating around that the Wonder Man series. This rumor is about the plot of the series. According to verified sources, comicbook.com reports that the Wonder Man series could be a satire set in Hollywood. While this is not confirmed, the rumor has increased interest in the first ongoing Wonder Man series, which primarily takes place in Hollywood. 97 copies of this book on the secondary market. $180 for CGC 9.8.
I guess we'll see. I'm not excited unless they're moving towards West Coast Avengers. I'm not really excited about this. There's so many other people they could be doing.
You love you some West Coast.
I do. At rank 11, we have Thunderbolts number 1 from 1997. 17 additional copies sold with a high sale of $235 for a CGC 9.8. And a fair market value of $32 because the Thunderbolts are coming to the MCU. At rank 12, we have the Fortnite X Marvel Zero War number 1, the Lionel Francis Yu regular version. Continues to sell well. 39 additional copies sold with a high sale of $25 for a raw copy, but the fair market value is still $20. Got to get that code. At rank 13, we have Ultimate Fallout number 4. First Miles Morales continues to sell. We had 28 additional copies sold. A high sale of $28.51 for a CGC 9.8 and a raw fair market value of $680. Rank 14, we have the Spectacular Spider-Man number 94. From 1984. First look from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse official Twitter account that the Spot would be a villain in the upcoming movie. Books related to his origins have shot up, along with Spot key issues. Dr. Jonathan Owen's first cameo appearance is being grabbed up quickly, and collectors have resorted to the next best thing. This book is his first cameo appearance of Dr. Owen, not Spot. So this sold 23 copies, had a high sale of $20 for a raw, and a fair market value of $30.
Love a good cameo.
Do I? Another Fortnite X Marvel comes in at rank 15. This is the Ron Lim version of Zero War. So this one sold another 18 copies and a high sale of $19 for a raw copy with fair market value of $16. At rank 16, The Amazing Spider-Man number 3. This 1 in 100 variant from artist Hikaru Usugi is picking up speed as the fans scoop up this signature cover featuring Sakura Spider. Sold 19 copies, high sale of $202.50 for a raw copy with a fair market value of around 197. So, dang, that's pretty good. Grimm #1, the regular old cover, sold 18 copies, had a high sale of $20 for a raw with a fair market value of $18. At rank 18, we had another Grimm. This is the second print. We talked about this has a high sale of $100 for a CGC 9.8 with a raw fair market value of $28. At rank 19, we have Thor: God of Thunder #2. This is the Gore's, the God Butcher's first appearance. 23 additional copies sold. High sale of $400 for a CGC 9.8 and a fair market value of $120. And coming in at rounding out our top 20, Spider-Man #1, the Todd McFarlane book from 1990 that sold millions and millions and millions of copies. People are still picking it up. They bought 17 copies. High sale of $129 for a CGC 9.8 and highs of $20 for raws with the fair market value of around 15, or just a dollar bin.
Then they're giving us a couple of little bonus picks here for next week.
Okay, what's that about?
Look for Clandestine #1 and Marvel Comics Presents #128 or 158 to possibly appear next week, as there was a mention on the Miss Marvel TV show about the powers of the band coming from Clandestine.
Oh, okay. Where her powers come from. I got that. That's cool. All right, now it's time to look at the old FOC.
Yeah, we've looked at what's going on in the secondary market, what is popping off. Let's look at the next big thing we got to add to our order so we don't have to chase these things on said secondary market. We get a wonderfully curated list from our good friends at Deep Discount Comics where we do our order, and they say, hey, man, you want to add anything? And they just tempt us and hold it above our head. And, of course, every single week, Drew and I say, yeah, let's add some stuff because that's the kind of people we are. Let's start with our DC books coming out from Lunar, who, now that we don't have any holidays, actually has options for us for the FOC. And let's see what we got.
That's a Pretty Action Comics 1045 by Lucia Parillo. I like it very much.
Lucia Parillo.
Plenty of cool Aquaman. Artemis Wanted doing its thing. I don't know what that is per se. It's some kind of Amazon thing.
Yeah.
Batman Fortress looks pretty good. Like the one with him in front of the guy with his feet up.
Yeah, the Derek Robertson cover.
Very nice. The Jock Squarebound Black Label looks really good.
Now there's a Zatanna on the cover of Batman the Night #7, the cover B, the Ricardo Hariki.
Oh.
Like that Black Adam 2 cover A by Irvin Rodriguez.
White Knight presents Red Hood, 1 of 2. That should be good.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned that Irvin Rodriguez Black Adam?
Yeah, it caught my eye.
Yeah, it's pretty great. What's the concept behind Blink? Blink is a Oni Press book.
Yeah. Ren Booker was 3 when she was found catatonic and covered in blood on the streets of New York. Since that day, she's been haunted by a childhood she can't remember. After decades of searching, Ren stumbled upon a cryptic website streaming multiple CCT feeds from a strange room in a ruined building, and something clicks, setting off hidden memories that lead her back to a place she's been a lifelong of nightmares.
Very cool. You were talking about Catwoman's before I interrupted you. Which one was it?
Covers. I love the Souza Bianchi at 125.
That's Michelle Pfeiffer, right?
Yes, that is based on the Michelle Pfeiffer. That looks so good.
I think there's going to be some interest in that DC mech cover.
If you like mechs, blah. The Dan Mora cover B is really, really good. So that could have a tail to it.
Yeah.
I mean, and of course you've got your high-end ratios. And Dan Mora is also doing the 1 in 50, and it's really good.
So the cover of DC versus Vampires All Out War #1, we got Superman and Wonder Woman and Flash, all vampires. I mean, you're done, right? We lost. There's no beating those guys.
Correct.
So why we don't even read it.
Just put the gun in your mouth. It's all over.
It's over. Was that Joker as a vampire too? Oh, that's a nice cover.
Detective Comics 1062. Would you consider that a Stranger Things font on the cover of that?
I would actually, yeah. Very
Or is
nice.
that just my my lizard brain?
I think that's exactly what that is. Yeah. Lee Bermejo doing what he does.
That Inhyuk Lee playbill is a neat poster too. Or is a neat.
I like that. Yeah, it's 125.
But 125, so Drew won't let me talk about it.
You can talk about it. You can't pick it. It's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple rule. Lots of Harley.
Derek Chu, love it.
More Nightwing. Nightwing and Batgirl getting crazy.
Yeah, we saw even that's still going on in the solicit we're getting into. So
yeah,
Tom Taylor getting a little bit of the romance with it, but I actually kind of like their dynamic quite a bit.
Oh, for sure. Everybody's rooting for that. Mm-mm. Unless you're dead inside.
Dead inside.
What's going on with that Robin 16 cover C? It's like a pop art look to it. Very old school.
So it's a takeoff of the Batman 66.
Oh, yeah.
This is Robin 66.
I gotcha. There's that first Superman Space Age that we have differing opinions on. I'm more interested than you are. Okay, cool. That might be all I have from Lunar.
DC just straight up shoveling us all kinds of different stuff because they took last week off. So.
Yeah, when they take a week off, they come back with a vengeance, don't they?
Yeah. So some very good stuff there.
I'm thinking about that Nightwing tweet.
Yeah. Let's head in to see what Image has for us.
Bloodstained Teeth. That's been really good.
Did you read the first Dua Powerbomb?
No.
You talked about it. I assume if we're FOCing, actually, if we're FOCing this one, it probably comes out this week.
Ice Cream Man.
Come on, Ice Cream Man, cover B.
Is that freaking you out?
Yes. It's so Indiana Jones, you've chose poorly.
Oh, yeah, it is. That's probably exactly what that is.
Yeah. Love the cover of Image 30th, number 4.
What's that going for?
And just classic font homage stuff. I like it.
Yeah. Lots of Prophet love. Number ones. Tons of number ones.
Talked about Rogues Gallery before. Hannah Rose May on this one. She makes her comic debut. The Purge meets Scream in a home invasion thriller that follows disenfranchised TV superhero actress Maisie Wade as she is terrorized by an unhinged group of intruders cosplaying her day job's arch-villains. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Silvercoin 12. I'm not sure how long this series is going on, but we have Nazi zombies in this as well.
After school, I read the first one. I liked it. Guess it's going to be like a different. It's going to be an anthology, so it's not going to be a continuation of the story I read before.
Okay.
So I'm kind of torn on it, but I mean, I guess that's kind of cool. You get to come in, get a concept, get in, get out, and then maybe circle back to them at a different time, which was kind of like what Silvercoin was doing, and I lost interest in that. So I'm hoping after school I stick with that a little bit.
Anything else in Image Suit?
The Rivera cover C of Walking Dead. Did you mention that?
Nope.
That creeps me out a bit.
Very weird. That takes us down into Boom Studios, where we have the Once and Future Grail Pack number 1 sold as a bundle for $40, and it is 1 through 6 of the series with special Dan Mora covers.
Kyle, should we stop on the Grimm train? We got a 4th printing.
Nope. Grab it up. No reason not to.
We're gonna do it again.
Yes.
What isn't 3rd printing at $28?
Yes.
So I guess you keep going, right?
Yes, of course.
Second issue. Yeah, second issue of Lonesome Hunters, which was a previous pick, is in here from Dark Horse. The Orville Library Edition. Oh man, that series is back with a vengeance. We've got 4 episodes so far, and they've been really, really good.
Couldn't make it through season 2.
Couldn't get through there, huh?
No.
Oh, man. Oh my goodness.
The only character I liked was leaving, so I said heck with it.
Which one was that?
The little girl that played the bodyguard.
Oh yeah, the new guard's fine.
Yeah.
You forget about her.
Transformers Best of the Rarities. a must-read for Transformers fans. That's me. Curated by James Roberts. The best of the rarities includes some of the greatest hard-to-find Transformers stories from the series, almost 400 years and over 1,500 issues. This collection includes never-before reprinted material from the U.S. and even the U.K. and has a very retro Shockwave tape recorder on the front.
Oh, wait a minute. There are 1,500 issues of Transformers comics?
Yes, counting the IDWs, the original Marvel runs, reprints, I'm assuming.
There's no way. Why have we not done anything about this? Why have we not celebrated this more? That's amazing.
Yes, very much so.
They must be like going crazy over in Europe or something to get to that number. Ooh, Ant-Man #1 launches.
Oh yeah, there's so many Transformers books. The original Marvel UK run from 1984 to 1991 is 372 issues long. The regular Marvel run is 118 issues long. The 5th volume from 2019 through the present is 163 issues long. So there are banana sandwich amounts of Transformers.
Yeah.
Not to think about every little spin-off, every little 3-issue, 5-issue, 10-issue. Yeah, there's a ton of Transformers.
They got to be throwing the European stuff in there, though.
They literally told us that during the solicit.
Right, but it's got to be even more than what we've got to get to 1,500. Because you're not even going to get to 1,000 with. Well, maybe you are. I don't know. I don't do math well. So Ant-Man and
that is
Ewing.
A very cool Scotty Young cover. I love that.
Oh, with the burger.
Yeah,
very nice. Janice Vell, Captain Marvel. I don't understand what we're doing there.
Okay, and this Ant-Man book is the old Hank Pym book. Okay.
Oh, okay. Another issue of Variants. I'm excited. We're going to do a wild cards. I forgot what that was again. Paul Cornell. It's George R.R. Martin's superhero series. No interest.
It's a very cool Kit Fisto cover of Obi-Wan 3. Like that. It's very neat. Do you know your boy Moonlight is in Strange #4?
No, it's cool. I glossed right over
that. The Dark Moon Knight, Shadow Knight.
Oh, so it's not really.
You're not interested in Shadow Knight?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I don't dislike him. Not interested.
We talked about this during the solicit. Wild Cards #1. Did you talk about that yet?
Yeah, I did. I said it's George R.R. Martin, and I'm not interested.
I mean, it could be good.
It could be, but I gotta pick my battles, man.
It's true.
Like, I gotta save some money for this Mad Balls versus Garbage Pail Kids #1.
Hey, there you go.
Serious, man. This is hitting some nostalgia buttons for some 80s,
for some people,
late 80s, early 90s kids.
Yeah, mid 80s, I'd say.
And I don't know. I think this might pop.
Garbage Pail Kids is pretty cool. There are 2 blank covers. There is an FOC exclusive puke green blank cover.
What?
That's the one to get.
So you're gonna get a sketch of a Mad Ball, maybe?
Heck yeah.
Okay. I like it.
Just hand it to somebody at a convention. Just be like, draw something disgusting for me.
Yeah, it'll fit. It'll fit the motif.
Yes.
What did we say Blink was again?
The girl that starts getting her memories back from when she was abused as a kid.
Okay.
Because she finds a closed caption video.
That's right.
Crucified Exorcisms #1 from Scout Comics.
Collected some cool hardcovers. Got Laura and Other Stories by Gilliam March. I get my 4th issue of Joneses #4 of 5. I didn't realize that was only a 5-issue, but that's cool. Life Zero is at 6. That's been a good series. I enjoyed that. Little Red Ronin
from Source Point.
They're doing a TMNT homage.
Yeah. So Black Box Comics is doing Ninja Gaiden.
Okay.
Instead of Ninja Gaiden.
Which was a video game.
Correct.
Was that Ninja Gaiden?
Sure.
4th issue of Oceans Will Take Us. That's been fun. I've enjoyed that one.
Horizon Zero Dawn coloring book. That's cool. I like the Clockwork Orange homage from Red Man #2.
Which one is that?
Red Man #2.
Which one's the homage?
The one that literally says Cover C, Clockwork Orange homage.
Oh, Clockwork.
And that is one I would have understood the homage without it saying it, but I do appreciate them telling us the homage because there are so many of these dumb things that I look at and I don't know what they're homaging, but I know they're homaging something.
Oh man, that's tough to pull off. I would have not guessed that. No way. You would have guessed that.
Yes. Drew, I'm going to ask you to pick out a pick of the week here for the FOC. Let me go first?
Sure, if you want to.
I'm going with Rogues Gallery #1, and I'm going with the Cover B Tula Lote cover. I think that sounds like a very cool premise. I'm looking for awesome things from Image, and I'm giving Miss Hannah Rose May and Mr. Justin Mason, with the help of Declan Shalvey, I'm putting my love behind them and saying, wow me.
Well, then I'm going to go with Superman Space Age #1. And I'm going to go with cover A. Give me some Mark Russell.
Give you Mark Russell. Drew, you know what else I'm going to give you? I'm going to give you our good friends at comicbookinvest.com.
Ooh.
And I'm going to give you 10 books that are really firing on the secondary market. And I'm going to start with #1.
Oh, wow.
What if Miles Morales #4 is already up to $25? Controversy always sells. No different here. I'm not going into the controversy. You're internet savvy. You can Google it yourself. The question is, did Marvel's editors, whoever it is now, know this would be controversial? Or did you just okay it because it was? No, I did not.
I will Google it. I don't know what it is either. So I missed this entirely.
Yeah.
Inauthentic writing. Miles Thoralis. What's inauthentic writing mean?
Let me just phone it in.
Inauthenticity. I'm gonna donate. What did he do? Quickly proved to be posted. They view as racist and harmful depictions of the black community.
I honestly I assumed that's what it was.
Oh, of all the 5 realms, Asgard is my hood. Hammer time. He preaches from Mjolnir and says hammer time. Oh my goodness.
That's awesome.
Marvel thought this was acceptable because Miles has mostly been handled by non-black people, so they have no clue. Ouch.
The writer is Yehudi Mercado. Interesting.
All right.
Go out and grab it because controversy sells. Marvel Comics Presents #158 is already over $50. Clandestine's first appearance. It's crazy how many of these MCP books, the Marvel Comics Presents, have popped up over the past couple of years. Anyways, at this point, it appears that if it is a first appearance, it could happen. Buy anything and buy everything.
I would have never, ever guessed in a million years this character would pop.
Yeah. Midnight Western Theater #1, the John Gallagher limited to 300 variant. I can think of worse things than a female on a skeleton horse in a lightning storm in the Utah-Nevada desert. But this book's going for $80.
Wow.
I remember this book when AWA first brought it out. Hotel Hell, or, I don't know how. It's just hotel with 2 L's, but you see what they're going where.
Right.
If you're reading it. It was less than $5. Now it's over 20. Yay, more indie options. Not the investment you want, even though we really enjoyed this book.
Yeah, it was good.
Wonder Man #1 from 1991. 9.8 going for over $160 anymore. The 90s are crushing it. Herogasm #1 by Garth Ennis, over $40. We knew it was coming. Was it what you expected? Is the boys only able to go downhill from here?
I haven't watched the new season of The Boys.
Oh yeah, you haven't seen any of the crazy?
No, I heard it was nuts. I got to get in there.
Yeah. At rank 7, Catwoman #44, the Sozo Bianchia continue to do well. This 1 in 25 is already a $90 book. This is like the 10th one, so who knows?
Yeah.
Hulk vs. Thor, Banner War Alpha #1, second print, 1 in 25. That's a lot of different things. Over $70. At rank 9, Black Adam #1, the 1 in 100 foil variant that just came out, $125 to $140. Pario, what are your thoughts? Very dark cover, and then they foiled it. If anyone has seen or owns this cover, does the foil look not horrible? Who knows? Venomized #5, the Pablo Sandoval 1 in 25 variant. What makes this comic so amazing? The description, blah, blah, blah. And honorable mention, Miles Morales Spider-Man #2, the Sana Takeda 1 in 25 variant, is already going for over $225 for a raw. Such a cool cover, and a Lee tribute as well. Yeah. Dan Lee tribute, yep, on the banner on the top. And the other one for honorable mention, we have Silver Streak Comics #7, written by Jack Cole. This is an old 10-center. CGC 7.0 going for $20,000. Jack Cole at his best, and the first GA Daredevil cover.
Golden Age.
Yeah, this sold for 4 times what the highest price ever realized, which was a CGC 8.0 in 2017.
Amazing.
All right, Drew. Now we get into our sneak peek at next week, the books that are coming out in your local comic book shops this coming Tuesday or Wednesday. Drew and I will peruse through what's coming out and tell you what we think the next hot book will be. And we will start with our Lunar distributed books that will be out on Tuesday.
I'm looking forward to reading this Batman Fortress, the second issue.
Mm-hmm.
I like that first one. And I want to check out that new DC versus Vampires Killers launch. That looks pretty good.
And you want to put that Aquaman 5 cover D cover on your wall.
Probably not.
Batman Catwoman #12 of 12. The end of Tom King's run with a dope little cover here. $5. Big old gatefold wedding cover.
Where are we at?
The 28th. I am on the second page.
Oh my goodness. It's finally here.
Yes. What we've all been waiting for.
Yeah. About frickin' time. Will anybody care? It's taken so long. I mean, it had to be a year and a half, pushing 2 years, right?
Well, 12 issues coming out monthly would be a year regardless. Add a couple little blips in there, and yes.
Blips, he says. Blips.
What would you consider them?
Delays.
Okay. Delays. Homage cover on DC versus Vampires Killers #1. The B cover there.
I don't know what Mindset is. It's a Zach Kaplan book from Vault.
Yeah, it's wicked looking. I love that cover B.
Yeah, when an introverted tech geek accidentally discovers mind control, he and his friends do something unexpected. They put the science into an app to help users break their technology addiction. But as their Mindset app achieves a dangerous cult following, lies, conspiracies, and murder come to life. Are they helping people or controlling them?
You have 8 covers going all the way ratio to 1 in 100 on this Vault book. So
people like cool. Zach Kaplan, I guess.
Yeah. We've talked a few times about this Past the Last Mountain book from our good friends at CEX Comics Experience.
Yeah.
The cover B is the Keep Calm and Kill Humans Goblin cover. I think that is very cool.
Wannabes #1 is part of the Scoot imprint of Scout, and I like the look of it. Very clean. Might be more of a YA title.
Very cool covers. And I actually this Robin's 15 has some very good covers. I like the Pride Month cover, and I really like the just the regular cover A with the family portrait cover as well.
Yeah, they're good too.
All right, sending over to Image. Ghost Cage with its final issue, 3 of 3. Image 30th anniversary has my good friend on the front cover, and I can't wait. I love Rumble so much.
The problem with picking FOCs is they inevitably in a couple of weeks show up on the sneak, and you can't pick them again.
Correct. So, but I often do because I cannot remember.
I have a lot Public Domain #1 from Chip Zdarsky, which I picked at FOC. I can't pick again, or this would be my slam dunk.
There you go. A lot of nipple on the cover of Sins of the Black Flamingo #1.
Oh.
And a Joe Wheeler.
Yes. Male nipple.
Yep. Occult Noir meets Miami Sleeve. Be gay, do crime.
Hard pass.
Berserker covers with bullet holes in it are pretty cool. But I think the Berserker has worn off quite a bit.
How accessible do you think the Buffy 97 would be to someone who's never watched an episode of Buffy?
Not good.
Not a good choice.
No.
Do not pick that up then. Okay.
Negative Ghost Rider.
Oh, well, Power Rangers Unlimited Countdown Ruin #1 to someone who's never watched that episode of Power Rangers.
I've moved on from all things. However, Buffy 97 cover E, the Scream homage, very cool. Buffy #7 cover B, the Breakfast Club homage, very cool.
Yeah, at $8.
Not that cool, however.
That cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Just not that cool.
Yeah.
We're getting another Kanto, and if history teaches us anything, Kanto Tales of the Untamed World #1 will do well and will spike on the secondary market because all the other Kantos, because I said, after the first one, I said, what's this Kanto? And then the second one came out, well, can't do it again. And then it did. And then I said, when the third one came out, well, now it's old hat and it's not going to spike. And it did again. So this is like the fourth time. So I'm guessing this will probably do well.
There you go. Our deal of the week, which we don't always do, but I'm making it a segment, is IDW Publishing's TMNT The Last Ronin hardcover. They were in the big format, so they came out at $10 a piece when they came out. This puts all 5 of them together in a hardcover for $30. If hopefully you ordered it ahead of time for an even better deal, you cannot beat that. And they're beautiful covers and beautiful stuff. Will look awesome in a hardcover. So, that story is well worth that money.
Did you read all of those?
Or Michelangelo, the only one left. Yeah.
I don't think anybody's ever picked a hardcover sneak peek of the week, so stay tuned.
I picked it as my value of the week.
That's new.
Gave it its own category.
That's true. I'll throw that up. It's automatic then.
Second print Sienkiewicz cover of Moon Knight Black, White, and Blood #1. So good.
All the way down to Moon Knight. Where we at?
We're in Marvel.
Oh, we just blew through like the first 20 letters of the alphabet.
In what world are you going to spend more time in IDW than Kanto?
No, you're in Marvel, but you're in the M's. That's what I'm saying.
Tell me what I missed. You want to talk about Iron Cat some?
I was just checking to make sure I didn't miss anything because there's lots of stuff in here.
Tell me about Iron Man Hellcat Annual.
I might. Iron Cat actually does look kind of, that Iron Cat Momoko looks kind of good.
Or perhaps Marvel Voices Pride #1, the reader variant.
Okay, let's go to Moon Knight.
And then we have a really nice Sienkiewicz second print of Moon Knight Black, White, and Blood.
What did they change? Like the
I believe
shading?
Was it a red background on the previous one?
I'm not sure now. No, I can't think.
Very good looking cover. Bonus digital edition time. Oh, those come with codes again? Very cool.
That's my variants, which I picked the Scotty Young, I believe, for the FOC round.
Christos Gage writing Mech Strike Monster Hunters #1. I like the Yoon variant on that, but an odd Marvel book there. Just them dinking around with mechs.
Yeah. Nothing.
Russell Dodderman with a very cool She-Hulk 4 cover. Love the Vader Choose Your Destiny variant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool. A good one.
I've stopped reading Vader lately. I might have to jump back in, but who knows?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Crystal Planet, I just don't like the look of it. I hate the font.
Sometimes
the fonts just, they just stop me.
Something to be said for lettering.
Yep.
I'm down into the smaller already.
Yeah, me too. Hit Me #4. Those first 3 have been great, so I'm excited about that. Another comic experience. This time it's Honcho #1.
Honcho.
Jeff McQuillan, Jeff McComsey on art as well. 15 years after World War III, Captain Donald Stanley returns to America on a mission to reunite a fractured nation and play baseball. Interesting.
Yeah.
That might be it. Well, there's Oblivion Trials. Who's that? Source Point? Brandon Chen. What mystery lies on the other side of afterlife? After his own abrupt death, a young boy finds himself whisked to an ethereal world, into the boat of Charon, a deity that presents him with a choice that will decide his eternal fate.
What was that one?
That was Oblivion Trials from Source Point Press. Lots of red men to choose from. I really like the cover D, like an old black and white console TV. This is Matt Frank doing the writing and the art. This is something about Ultraman, though, like a spin-off of Ultraman, so probably out.
Anything else?
I was looking at Takedown, but I don't think that's interesting. So yeah, I think I'm done.
All right, Drew. This is the point of the podcast where I ask for your pick of the week. What's the one pick that you think is going to have a little bit of value, or that we need to make sure we snag up when we go to our LCS this week?
I had a bunch locked and loaded, but you know what? I think I'm going to go back to something you called out way back in the Lunar section. I'm going to go with the final wrap around cover issue for Batman Catwoman.
Very good.
All those years. Here it is. Maybe there'll be something fun in there. Take a stab at it.
What harm can be done here?
Yes.
There's some neat Star Wars books, some neat this, that, and the other. There's a hardcover calling my name. There's a few different options here. Really want to pick that Image 30th Anniversary Anthology because of my Rumble stuff in it, but there's not a lot of people other than me that are big into the Rumble. I'm going to take a flyer on Moon Knight Black, White, and Blood, #1. I like the second print of that. And maybe one of those very sought after, not a lot of second prints there.
All right.
Something a little more off the wall. But a lot of really good books this week. Very good books this week. Well worth going to your local comic book shops. Well, we thank you so much for tagging along with Drew and myself as we peruse what's going on in this week in comics, from the things spiking on the internet to the things that we need to make sure we are ordering. More of this can be found, of course, on our Patreon page. Go to Patreon, search Comic for Fun and Profit. Get access to our Slack channels where you can be part of the conversations as to what else we're finding that we think is going to be the next big thing, or what we have a lot of piqued interest, or some more fun in what we're reading. Get ad-free versions of all of our podcasts and all the goodness there as well. So we thank you so much for Drew and for myself. See ya.
Our LCS is Cowabunga Comics out of Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, and their mail order company, Deep Discount Comics. And we went there, and we were actually invoice number 00001. We were the very first their very first customer, which was kind of cool. They've been nothing short of fantastic, customer service wise. Discounts, they were very close, if not the same or better than DCBS on a lot of things. Over and above customer service wise, always taking care of us, going the extra mile, so responsive, getting instantaneous responses back to questions about things, to the point where knowing the stuff you like and anticipating your needs and having it suggested that you might want to add this to your order already before you even have to think about it. That's kind of cool. Really quality experience. So we love working with Cowabunga and Deep Discount, and that's why they're in our show notes every single episode, and have been for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of episodes. That we leave them there because we like them. They're cool, good people. That's why they're in there. By God, they'd tell you to, if you've got a local comic book shop that you love, stay with them, because everybody needs to support their local comic shops. But if you're looking, check them out. You can check them out in the show notes. There's plenty of ways to get a hold of them. Either get on their list, just so you can check and see what kind of FOC and pre-order stuff they have and the discounts, and they'll send it to you each month, get you on that email list. And you can check out their shop because they have a great shop of exclusive Cowabunga variants. Amazing stuff. Yes, they've always been there for us, and we take them for granted. So there you go. Now you know.